What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're doing a quick little install on the drift Corvette. See, I'm already a mess. I already got one side on, and the reason I'm doing this is because I've already kind of showed you all this in one video, at least disassembling it. I'll show you the new part that we're doing or that we're working on. But today, if you can't tell from the title, we're installing the I guess best budget angle kit for a C5/C6 tongue twister, a C5/C6 Corvette. And this is by FDF. It's the mini Mantis kit, and I'll show you over here what it looks like. Good job, bud. I know it's a whole mess in here, but pretty much all you get a little spacer for your caliper. You get the whole unit itself with, that's for the tie rod mounting points. 2 bolts for the upper part of the hub because this extends it out a little bit, so you need the longer ones for the top. At the bottom recesses, so it sits in, which you all will see here in a little bit. And then it comes with a little tie rod junction thingamajigger that screws onto the tie rod. So let's get over here and I'll show you all pretty much what we're doing. All right, so if we get underneath the car here, which you already have everything apart, pretty straightforward because again, I've already done this on one video, but we're pretty much removing the tie rod, removing the end. We're gonna have to take off the wheel bearing and everything again, which I've already done in one video. You know, changing this, hub swapping this to 5x114.3, taking this off, and it pretty much goes in between here and sets into here. So we're gonna go ahead and start disassembling this, and then we'll get to actually installing it. Now, I want to show you all something. This is a little bit of an experiment. Okay, so FDF claims on the kit that you have 2 little points. Let me show you over here where the tie rod mounts to give you more angle. So you have this one that the bolt's in there, and this one. So put it on. It's gonna be on this, right? So the closer, or excuse me, the further out from the knuckle, which the knuckle will be right here, you go, the less angle, obviously, because your tie rod is not going to have more, you know, moving distance, I guess you could say. So if we have it out here, which this is the OEM point, which the knuckle, you know, comes out pretty far, which you have to rebolt, you know, this to there. You have this new point, so it comes in closer to the knuckle. That's going to be right here. You push here. Now, on stock, lower control arms and everything, they claim you need to use the mild, and then you have the extreme. I've been doing some experimenting. I've actually, over here, I'll show you all what I've already done and what we're going to be doing. I grinded the lower control arm. You see, I grinded a good bit. I bent that little bracket right there a tad. And then over here on the sway bar mount, I also grinded it a little bit. So when we do push in the wheel, in theory, I don't know if you can see it, it's not going to hit. And then over here as well, let's pull the wheel back. You can hear a little bit when I do hit hard. Let's see if we can get it to mimic. It kind of hits, the caliper hits the lower control arm a little bit. Let's see if we can get it down in there. Right in there, I think that's it, right? Nope, that's just the, I can't show you that point. We'll go on the other side, and when we're doing it, I'll show you all what I'm talking about. But I think I grinded it enough to where it won't interfere as much, because we're about there. That's a good bit of angle. I wish I had a reference point to show you all, but I don't. I'm trying to get this done. There's an event I'm hoping to go to this Friday. It's in Atlanta. It's a linear raceway. They have a drift event every other Friday. It's in December right now. We're in December right now, and I'm just trying to get as much drifting as I can in, trying to get my feet in the water, so I can try to tandem soon. But that's way off point. I'm just running my mouth. So let's go ahead and start disassembling the other side, like I was talking about, getting the little angle kit set up and bolted in, and then we'll go into the modification. Well, there is only one modification to actually bolt this thing in. The extra step I'm taking to hopefully be able to use the extreme angle, so I can get as much angle as I can to really rip this thing and use it to its full potential. So let's get over here and start cracking on the other side. Okay, so sorry about that. I thought I was recording, but I just took off the caliper. There's 2, I think it's 21 millimeters on the back. Then took off the tie rod along with this nut. These are a pain in the ass, just saying. Well, if they haven't been touched in a while. So now we're gonna go ahead and turn this all the way, unclip this sucker. Now, one neat thing I did see on FDF, this is really nice, and let me see if I can set you all up in here. There we go. Instead of taking off this whole knuckle, they just took off the bottom bolt. Now, when you take off the bottom bolt, all you have to do is just lift this up a little bit to get to the T55 under here. So we're gonna do that right now. So the next couple of clips are just a time lapse of me putting together and disassembling the knuckles. Honestly, this is one of the most straightforward things I've ever done. It's really easy. Honestly, I think it's easier than installing coilovers. So again, the next couple minutes are me just time lapsing over it. So we're gonna throw some music over and just keep watching because it's pretty interesting. It's really easy and it's so neat. And I promise you, at the end of this video, you're gonna see how much angle I got, and it's ridiculous for the price and what you have to do. It's definitely worth it if you have a Corvette that you want to drift. So we're going to go ahead and show a clip on the other side that I did on what we had to do. We had to grind down the little tab, which we're going to go ahead and do now. We're doing that on the passenger side, but I'm about to throw in a clip on the driver's side and show you all what modification you have to do. It's pretty simple. You see that little tab right there? Just have to ground it down to make it flat so this has a clean surface to sit on. Okay, so here you can see I'm going away on the knuckle right there where that place is at, where the little notch is at. I'm making it a flat surface. Really straightforward. It did just take a little bit of time. Again, it wasn't hard. Just took a flap disc wheel and just kept going back and forth until it felt flush, and I kept putting the new contact point that you bolt on to the tie rod and the knuckle. I just kept taking it back on and off until it fit flush and felt right. As you can see there, it still was a little crooked, so I just took it off, kept grinding till it was perfect and the bolts went in easy. Okay guys, so we're going to the alignment shop right now because we're definitely, the wheel, I don't know if you can tell, but it's crooked. And it pulls a little bit, but I guess I didn't do half bad of a job. I don't know. But with that being said, I do have one concern. And that concern is when I jacks, of course. I put it down, turn it, still kind of the same outcome. So I'm not sure what's going on there, because some of these guys out here with, you know, maybe C6s have a different steering radius. But example, Luke Fink, he's got a full turn and a half. So he's almost got 2 rotations in the wheel. I saw another guy on YouTube, I forgot his name, but he had like a turn and a quarter. So I don't know if there's the C5 and C6 are different with that, or if they took out the little thing in the inner tie rod, like the steering rack limiter. I'm not sure. So I gotta do some research. I've tried to do a little bit. I can't find nothing on it. So if any of y'all, when this video gets up, if I don't know if I'm gonna have it figured out by then, but if you know, just leave it in the comments below. Try to help me out. But again, in the Corvette community page, the drift one, some people were explaining, some were like, oh, you're hitting something, you should have at least a turn and a half. Like, huh? And then some people were like, you know, moving the pivot point of the tie rod closer to the knuckle will cause less steering. But I didn't know with that little bit would, I don't know, I just don't like one turn lockout. Maybe that's okay, but I want to have a little more steering movement. I know the shorter the better, because quicker response. So maybe I'll learn to love it, but we'll see. So let's get this alignment, and then we'll give it a couple rips in the parking lot, and I'll show you all what I'm talking about. Alrighty guys, well this is where we're in the video today. I know the clips were kind of sporadic and not the best quality. I promise in these next couple videos coming up and future to come, the video is going to be 100% better. I figured out a lot more, especially with iPhone footage, how to fix that and make it look a lot better. And just honestly try to piece these videos together a lot better, because these videos are from about 2 months ago. We're now in January, and these were filmed like in December. No, excuse me. We're not in January, we're in February right now. It's like February 8th. These were filmed back in December, I believe. So got a bunch of videos stacked up and trying to do the best, post a video every week. That's my goal. I didn't make it a New Year's goal, but I did make it a goal. I just want to be more active on YouTube and just keep up to date. But again, there's so much to come for. We got the 350, we got the 240, we got the C5, and we got the Subaru. So there's so much for this channel to come. This year is going to be limitless, literally. There's so much to do, and I want to take you all on the ride for it. So yeah, besides that, that's pretty much it. And if you have stuck around this long and you're hearing me just running my mouth and you watched the whole video, I really do appreciate it. It means the world to me. Love y'all so much. Yeah, and if you are watching to this point and you have not pressed that sub button, bell notification, do it right now, please. Again, we got so much more content to come. At least one upload every week. I would like to try getting 2, but I don't want to burn myself out of videos, because if I do too much to where I don't have footage and I can't keep up, then there's going to be no videos. And just work and everything's about to hit me like a bus. So I'm going to try keeping in on it. But besides that, oh, also, leave me a comment if you want to see anything in specific for the Corvette. Again, I already have a whole parts list and I got things that I'm doing to it and the way I want it to be. But if you have any suggestions, go ahead, drop it in the comments below. And if you want to see the other things, like the 350, what would you all like to see on that? Definitely the Subaru. Subaru is going to need a lot of work, and a video will come out for that, I promise you shortly, to describe what's going on. But besides that, yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.